guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sam LaRue. If this is your first time on my channel, oh welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So today's video is all about that sweet, sweetest pie, innocent, nice girl. And why they never win. Like why it never works out for the nice girl. Why nice girls are always left saying, why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm so nice, so good. Well, in this video, we're gonna cover the reasons why the nice girl doesn't win and how, if you are the nice girl, how to overcome this threshold.
You mean bread and butterflies?
Oh yes, of course.
When it comes to nice people, they just want to do. They have that people pleaser mentality, which really backfires. So when you're trying to people please and people are accepting it, right? What the nice girl is thinking is, okay, they're accepting this, which is meaning they're going to give me this back. They're going to do all the things that I'm doing for them in return. I'm showing them how I want to be treated. That's the psyche of the nice girl. She's like, I'm going above and beyond because I want that reciprocated. I'm showing you how I want to be treated. The problem is most of us don't see it that way. We're just like, oh, she's a nice person. Men are like, I have her in the palm of my hands. They're not thinking like, oh, okay, I need to reciprocate this. I need to do her this way. That's not what most of us are thinking, okay? We're just like, that's a nice person. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for the money. Thanks for the food. Now I'm out. That's what the average person is thinking. So that's why this mindset backfires greatly. Because not only do people not reciprocate, they tend to do the opposite. They take their shillings, they take whatever you're offering them, whether it be your time, your money. Generally, people will take it, and then they'll feel like, she's so giving, I don't have to give back to her. Like, she has everything, obviously. If she's giving so much, then she has enough. I don't need to do for her. So it backfires. So they generally treat the good girl the opposite of how they want to be treated. They don't go above and beyond because they're like, you're the go above and beyond girl. Not me, that's your role. You've played that role. I'm not turning around doing that. I'm the needy, I need help. I need, whatever you're offering. I'm not giving you that. That's what your job is. The nice girl will always put herself in a position to lose in relationships. And nice girls lose all around. That's at work because people take advantage of you at work. They're like, well, Cindy will stay late, so let's call on Cindy. And they know you'll do it. It's kind of like the class pet, where the class pet, they're like, well, they know she'll stay late and wipe off the chalkboard, and she'll stay late and, do extra things for the teacher. So they just call on that person. Does the person end up benefiting anything? Not really. People like challenges. Whether it's at work, they don't want someone that's spineless, that's just whatever, I'll do whatever, you can walk all over me, it's whatever. Those people don't end up being bosses. They don't end up getting promoted. They stay in their position because people want them to stay in that position of, you'll do whatever. They want the you'll do whatever girl. They don't want the you'll do whatever girl as the manager. They want you to stay as the little clerk doing whatever. And they know you won't fight. You're the good girl. You're not gonna fight. You're not gonna complain. You're not gonna argue. You're not gonna be mad if you don't get a pay raise. You're not gonna be mad if you don't get bumped up to GM, general manager, or manager. They know you'll just sit back and just keep taking it. So generally this backfires in work. It also backfires in friendships. In friendships, people will take advantage. If they know you have a weak spot, they will hone in on it. They'll keep honing in on that weak spot. Oh, she just wants friends so bad that she's willing to pay every time we go out to dinner. So they'll call you because they know you're pay at dinner girl. Okay? You'll go all out. You're the girl that will go all out on birthdays. Now for your birthday, you might not hear from nobody, or you might just get a quick text. But they know for their birthday, you're gonna go all out. You're gonna hire a whole band, mariachi. Is it mariachi? I don't think it's mariachi. You'll have a whole orchestra. You'll have a whole surprise party. But they know when it comes to your birthday, when they know when it comes to your things, that we know where to be found. So you have to really be careful when it comes to friendships, because you'll start to see it's like a one-sided thing. Like, oh, well, they're always calling me around dinner time. They're always calling me around shopping time, or for whatever games they can get. They need a ride, so they're always calling me when they need a ride to point A to point B. That's because you're you're in the good girl role. You're in the role of, I can take advantage of her, I can milk her, because I know she's just so happy to be in the group. She's so happy that we called her. She'll do whatever it takes. And the same applies in relationships. So in relationships, people use the good girl, and this is where it really hurts. Because you'll get into a relationship, you'll have kids by this man, you will monopolize your time and your youth to a person that at the end of the day is just using you. At the end of the day, they're just using you for a place to live. They're using you for monetary reasons because maybe you are the breadwinner. They're using you just so you can have their children, and they don't want to have any responsibility of taking care of it financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. They just want to have children just to have children, and then they know you'll handle all that. You're the good girl. You're gonna do whatever it takes. You're just happy to have a man and to have children. So you have to be careful of that good girl role. Generally, it just leads you down to a path of sadness and depression. Because when you look up after doing for everybody, after being that rock for everyone, after being that strong place, when they need you, they call you, and you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning counseling them, helping them, the man done beat them up, and you give them a place to stay, and you're always there for them and rooting them on and lifting them up, and then when you need it, it's nowhere to be found. It's crickets. So that's why it's very important not to fall into that role. You need to let people know up front what your limits are, what you'll take and what you won't take out of their actions. Yes, I'll pay for a dinner, but you're gonna pay for a dinner too, okay? It's not gonna be, I pay for every dinner. You pay for a dinner, I pay for a dinner. You pay for a dinner, I pay for a dinner. Or we split dinners, you know? I'm not gonna be the babysitter so you and your husband can go out every weekend. I'll be the babysitter, you be the babysitter. I'll be the babysitter. You know, there has to be a give or take. And even if you don't mind, so let's say you don't mind being the babysitter. Maybe your friend from college, she keeps calling you up to babysit, and you honestly don't mind being their babysitter. But you still have to set parameters. It's detrimental that you set parameters, even if you don't mind doing some of the stuff. You don't mind always having Christmas and Thanksgiving over your house and having the family come over. You love doing that. But you still want to set parameters, because what that does is let people know, I have limits. Okay? I have a respect level that you can't cross. And generally, people respect you more when you give them limits. It's kind of like kids. Kids always say they would prefer a parent be stern with them, that gives them rules and guidelines, versus a parent that does not and lets them drink, smoke, do whatever, party, stay all night. Generally, kids do not respect that type of parent. They want to feel like a parent has boundaries. They have love for them, that they care about their well-being. And if you're letting them stay out all night and do whatever they want to do, it shows a lack of care. Like, you don't care if I come home or if I don't come home. So generally, people respect people more that has boundaries, that has different levels of, you can't treat me this way. It's not okay for you to come to me every week and ask for money. I'm not your ATM machine. So when you have boundaries, when you set guidelines, people respect you more. It seems like the opposite, like oh, they're gonna be mad because I tell them I can't come over every night and play bingo with them, or I can't cook for them every day. But in all honesty, people respect you more. And they don't use you as much. They're not gonna use you every time they get a chance, because they know, wait, she's not gonna allow me to do this. So I'm not. I'm gonna respect her. I'm gonna reciprocate. I'm gonna do things for her because I want her to do things for me. So now we're working together. It's a give and it's a take. And it's not a take. Now when it comes to men like to chase. That's just a fact. That's part of their biology. That's part of their testosterone that they have. It's a turn on when they don't just get things easily handed to them. It's a turn on. They like that. They like the chick. That's why you always see men like, they have women coming out wanting them all the time, but they tend to go for the one that's the harder one to get. They find it as a thrill, a hunt. It's a chase. Their adrenaline starts pumping. This is what gets men going. They love to chase. When you're there and you're available, you're just like, I'll do whatever you say. Men definitely will date those type of women. Men definitely will sleep with those type of women. But for a long-term marriage, they're not gonna marry those type of women. And not for long-term. They might marry them for short-term to get some gains, because she might be the nurse or the head nurse, she's making $100,000. Yeah, I'll marry that. Or I can sit on the couch and not have to do nothing. Yes. But generally, that's not what a long-term, stable relationship is going to be based off of. So men are going to want to chase. They don't want a spineless woman that will do whatever, say whatever, go wherever. She doesn't have a backbone. She has no respect for herself. Those women, on average, get played, used, and abused. So you don't want to be that girl with no standards that just says and does whatever her man wants her to do. You want to have a backbone. This actually creates a level of respect that he'll have for you. You hear men saying that all the time, like, my girl, I got to be home. And they want to be home. That drives a level of like, ooh, I gotta do what my woman says. I gotta follow the line. Respect is actually men's #1 love language. So when you show that you respect yourself, that you have boundaries, they respect you much more than if you're just a spineless, whimpering being that they're just having to like pull you on a leash and you just do whatever they say. What ends up happening is if you stay in the good girl role, you will be disrespected. You will be used, you will be abused by your family, by your friends, and by any love relationship. People will use you because you're allowing them to. You're not standing up for yourself. You're not building that level of respect and boundaries that you need in your life. So the #1 thing that you need to do is command respect. Let them know, no, you can't, that's not gonna work. I actually prefer the XYZ 1, 2, 3. You have to let people know where they stand with you. You have to let people know how to treat you. When you teach people how to treat you, then they'll treat you accordingly. Hopefully this video helps, and hopefully you're on your path, if you're a nice girl, to being a more commanding, respected individual. I do have a course that's all about seduction that will greatly help you with confidence, self-esteem, how to drive the narrative, how to get the type of man that you really want, and if you're in a relationship, how to cultivate that relationship and keep it fresh, sexy, very spicy. It covers all that and plus much, much, much more. Link will be down below if you're interested. And as always, don't forget, if you like this video, definitely hit a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can be updated with videos just like this. And until next time, I'll see you beautiful people later. Bye.